Good morning, students. In the last class we discussed about the extraction of iron from its hematite ore through smelting process which will be done in the blast furnace, and all its features as well as whatever reactions happen in the blast furnace and why we are going to take this process, that is melting in the blast furnace, and reactions involved in that temperature. Everything we studied in the last class. That is very important question. You have to practice it. And in today's class, we are going to discuss about the extraction of copper, another important metal which we are going to extract by taking the information with the help of Elegum diagram. So here I have plotted a graph only concentrating on the copper and which element is used as or chosen as a reducing agent, that we have to concentrate here. In this graph you can observe in the x-axis we have taken temperature, and in the y-axis we have taken delta G naught, that is standard free energy change. These values indicate the temperature either in degrees Celsius or in Kelvin also you can take. And this is the free energy change which tells about the feasibility, randomness ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಕಾಪರ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮೊನಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೀಸ್ ಟು here you can observe carbon monoxide, either carbon monoxide or carbon or coke you can say. These can be taken as a reducing agent to reduce the copper oxide to copper, because this line is lying above these two. So therefore these two, any one can be taken as a dust reducing agent in order to remove that oxide formed from cupric oxide to copper. So then we can easily reduce it. What the process involves? Extraction of copper. So in steps in first we have to go for the concentration, removal of surface level of the impurities. It may be muddy particles or you can say gangue. Okay, that can be done by hydraulic washing, flotation, magnetic separation. Those we discussed in the previous sessions, right? So here mainly in the copper the impurity present is sulfide. So which concentrating method we have to choose? That is Froth flotation process, right? So copper sulfide can be concentrated with the help of Froth flotation process, and the copper get concentrated there. Then the powdered ore or concentrated ore can be taken for the roasting process, because you know that once the ore get concentrated we need to convert that into their oxide form. That can be done in the roasting process. Here we are not selecting calcination, but instead we are going for roasting because it is containing sulfide impurities. With the supply of high amount of air, roasting should be done in the reverberatory furnace. Okay, so alli enagutte after roasting if moisture is present or the sulfide impurities get removed off. Okay, and along with that we are taking silica here as a flux. Okay, silica na navu ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ as a flux ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, because along with the copper iron oxides will also be present as a gangue particle or impurities. So in order to remove this, here externally we are going to take silica particles, because both are going to combine to form ferrous silicate. Okay, so ಇದನ್ನ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. This comes as a slag. Slag ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು impurity ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Both get separated out from the container. Next, this copper oxide roasting ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. This ferrous sulfide as a impurity, or when copper oxide is reacted with the ferrous oxide, the oxide can be combined with the copper also. So cupric oxide ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ferrous sulfide ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ here you can observe the sulfur and the oxygen get exchanged between this cupric and ferrous. Both get exchanged. As a result you are going to get cuprous sulfide and ferrous oxide. So this cupric sulfide will be treated with the high amount of air, that is roasting, right? So oxygen na supply ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Then the sulfur impurities can be removed. This is the main reaction involved in the roasting, removal of sulfide impurities. Okay, by the utilization of highest amount of the air, hot air. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ high temperature ಕೊಟ್ಟು below the melting point of the metal ಅದನ್ನ roast ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ oxygen ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ and sulfur is going to release out as a sulfur dioxide. But this will not take place here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಹೋಗಬಹುದಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ರೈಟ್? But then why again we are going to get cupric sulfide here? Because this is less reactive than this. So that's why exchange of elements takes place there. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ roasting process ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು once we get cupric sulfide. Then once we get the oxide form, both get treated with each other. That is remaining sulfur ಏನಾದರೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ few more sulfur dioxide particles will be evaporating out. Then ferrous sulfide, remaining ferrous sulfide ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ. This reacts with oxygen to remove sulfur dioxide again, and at last once we get ferrous oxide, this combines with flux again. This reaction ಏನಾದರೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯೂ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರಿಮೂವ್ಡ್, and even if at last anything is remaining, again it combines with the silica, or if some more amount of silica if we added, then ferrous silicate will be removed in the form of slag as a impurity. At last, whatever you get here, see lane ನಿಮಗೆ ultimately copper ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? This is called blister copper. What it is called? Blister copper. You can imagine just like roasting of bread. So bread in a roast ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ pore size increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, that is because of the escape of moisture. ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ರೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ moisture escape ಆದಾಗ pores ಹೇಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ when the oxygen escapes out from the copper surface, then the blisters will be formed like a white spots ಆ ಥರ form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So that's why it is called as blister copper. So then we have to take it for the refining. And so once we get the copper from this process, that is roasting, and after taking this for reduction process, this copper is called as blister copper, as I told you. Okay, then coming to the important point, see the combination or the composition of Cu2S, that is cuprous sulfide, and FeS. The molten form of this combination is called as copper matte. Copper matte. So this is very important. For 1 mark, this question may be asked. Okay, this molten composition is called as copper matte. So then coming to the uses of copper. So copper ಅನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. So as it is highly electrical in nature, or electrical property ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ electric wires ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, and it is also used in the preparation of household utensils and in the preparation of alloys as well as electroplating also. Okay, and then it is used for the coin preparation ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. And then copper, you know that it is non-reactive with the moisture. Water ಜೊತೆಗೆ react ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Therefore, because of that reason, it is also used in the preparation of water pipes. Okay, students. So this is about the uses of the copper. In the next class, we will discuss about the extraction of the zinc by again using the Seligman diagram. We'll choose the reducing agent. Before that, you please refer the Seligman diagram and just go through the graph which is lying below the zinc, and which can be used as a reducing agent for the extraction of zinc. That you can take as an assignment. Okay, in the next session we'll discuss about that zinc. Okay, thank you.